Hello everyone, welcome. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Welcome. Alright, let's claim our Legion coins because I'm gonna forget otherwise. How's everyone today? I have one goal in mind today. And that is, let's for once go up in Meso. That's my goal today. Can we not go down for once in between a stream? Not asking for much. Now, the real question is, should I start using my 3x coupons? Ah, never mind. I answered it myself. I will use some 3x coupons. How many more weeks of this do we have? It's like, it resets, so we get one more week of this. So we'll get 3 by 5, 15 more of these. You cleared Limbo for the first time yesterday? Oh, congrats on Limbo clear. That's huge. Don't worry, after the first one it gets a lot easier. Respectfully, I disagree. What are you talking about? Already better than Shanks. Yo, this guy's just copying strays for no reason. It's all good. But yeah, now Limbo, once you get the first clear, it definitely gets a lot easier after that. Because a lot of it is just like learning how to do the boss. I feel like that's the same with a lot of bosses. Like you spend so much time trying to figure out what's going on, and then once you finally get it down, then it becomes a lot easier. I think after our first Limbo clear as well, it got a lot easier. You got the fancy one? Ah, the ring box, right. Yeah, I got my first fancy ring box the other day as well. It was from, I think, C. Carlos. I kind of didn't register that it was like the new ring box. And I was like, ah, neat. Nothing. Then I realized, wait, actually no, this ring box could be a grindstone. I didn't get a grindstone. But the chances of you getting one is at least there. What happens to saving? Dude, it's not my fault, alright? Hey, it's not my fault. Everyone in the chat can confirm that it's not my fault whenever I spend. It's Nexon's fault for giving me drops. Twitch emote slots limited. It's less than on YouTube, that's for sure. Everything is also locked behind subs, like higher tier subs. I had a look the other time, and yeah, it's actually quite limited. Yeah, so yesterday I was planning on saving. Well, I've been wanting to save for like the last week, but I keep getting like random things dropping. So I had like 25 bill yesterday, and my Blaze Wizard got, what was it? Was it an eye patch or something? Yeah, I think an eye patch dropped. So naturally I had to spend on it. Minus 13 bill right there. I'm trying my best to save. It's kind of hard. Hello, Babu. Welcome. Keep the spend streak? Oh, hell nah. Not the spend streak. Did it go 22? It's just on a mule, so I left it at 21. I hard settle 21 pitch on my mules. Until I get a second one. If I ever get a second one. Because I usually stop on 21 anyway on a lot of my characters. And being able to use pitch boss is kind of nice. It's just a cool bonus, you know. I think the only pitch I would consider going for 22 on my mules would be a CFE and belt. Because those ones are actually hard to replace. Like breaking Golok set is kind of hard. You have enough points for at least 2 blackouts. Good for me, I am not doing Carlos anytime soon. I might do my other Blaze Wizards weeklies though, so maybe you will have something to use it on. Saren Emblem? Dude, I'm actually, out of a lot of the pitch boss, I'm actually kind of scared of the Saren Emblem. Because knowing me, I'll probably try to cube it until at least 2 lines of attack plus something usable. So either 2 lines of attack plus damage, or 2 lines of attack plus ID, or 3 lines of attack, whatever comes first. I do not have any faith in any of those being cheap. At least 4 by then. Uh-oh. Oh, speaking of Saren though, JH, do you need Saren run this week? I still have a run on my Battle Mage. Because if you need it, I can take you. If you don't need it, then I'll just, yeah. I'll just run Saren. 10% damage is 10% main stat. Ah. Okay, then never mind. Then it is gonna rob me then. Then I'm just going for 1310 ID or 131010. Look, things just keep dropping. All right, Beck. It's just dropping. My Blaze Wizard got an eye patch yesterday, and it went 21, and then I had to cube it and I had to flame it. Things just keep going down. I've kept track. Oh. This week I've seen 7 drops. I've seen 7 drops this week, and I just spent all my money. Everything's just robbing me. What can you do? It's actually suffering from success. I really wanted to save a bunch of money for when I transfer my Len over. So, you know, by the time the Challenger World finishes, I come out with like 500 bill, ready for it to like full send. But that's not happening. Congrats on TC, thank you. I did get my first TC on the Sunday, just in time for 30%. I didn't expect the Eternals to kind of give me trauma. Because like I tapped my hat off event because I had like 100 and something bill, and I just wanted to see if it would be finished or not. And you know, every tap 15 to 16 and then 16 to 17 is about 300 bill, right? Oh, sorry, 300 bill, 300 mil. And ever since that day, Star Forcing has never felt cheaper. You just need to start tapping some Eternals off event, and then you really appreciate how cheap everything else is. It's just a matter of perspective. Am I tapping 5, 10, 15? I will... If I have any money for 5, 10, 15, I would like to tap on 5, 10. It's always lucky. Finally got bad luck. 15 to 16, Eternal. Without save cut, immediately boomed. Oh, hell nah. Well, now he's waiting for another 5 weeks. Yeah, I have one character left to do weeklies on. It's just my, what was it? My other Blaze Wizard. And then I'm done with weeklies for this week. I'm too lazy still with my Kana and Marksman. I might want... Maybe I should start working on my Kana. Maybe. Only because it's probably the next closest to living. I think it's gathering points to do will. So... I could actually start by unlocking a bunch of the 6 job stuff on that character. And then see if I can solo C10 for some points. Because I don't do weeklies on it. Yeah, it's just missing points. Prog the Phantom, oh hell nah. I might consider progging the Phantom if they ever give us Universal Cash Shop. Because genuinely, out of all the things that is bad about Phantom, the worst part is that I don't have a Vac Pet on it. Yeah, it does have a bunch of arcanes, which is why like I don't mind progging it. It probably has like 3 spares of each. So that's probably enough to get most of it to 19 and maybe some of it to 21. I'd have to check if I need to do Golix again on that character. Golix is kind of pain. I'm just lazy with Golix. I need to do Golx actually on my Blaze Wizard, because it has a source. Yeah, it's a lot of things. I was supposed to do Golx yesterday, actually, after I did the eye patch, but I kind of forgot. 20 Janice? Hell nah. Yeah, I think Kana is probably the next one on the main server that I'm gonna prog, if I do start progging anything. I'll decide after I hit 286. Once I hit 286, then maybe I'll prog the Kana. Because this is taking most of my time right now, just slowly getting these levels. Spend? Please no. I've been doing nothing but spending. This is actually the lowest my total cash has been like on me for such a long time. This is a lower amount of money than I had when I spent on events. Please, just let me save my money for at least 1 week. At least 1 week. I want to actually use the 5, 10, 15, guys. That's all I'm asking. I have so many mules that just want 21 arcanes, and I'm hoping to have enough money. But if I go into the event with like 50 bill, that's like 1 arcane. Then again, I'm probably not going to safeguard any of them. Probably. With the announcement of the arcane boxes moving around, I think I'm inclined to not safeguard anything. What do you guys think? Is that a good idea or a bad idea? I think with my account, with these many like C10 mules, maybe like safeguarding is not necessary anymore. I think I'll safeguard if I have like 1 spare. But if I have like more than 2, I probably won't safeguard. I'm talking about arcanes right now. Yeah. Because I tapped my Xenon's arcanes on 30% without safeguarding anything, and it was so cheap. Made me feel good inside, you know? It made me think about like all the good times I had tapping CRAs to 21. That Xenon had so many arcanes that it was like tapping CRA to me, and I was just like, there's no point safeguarding these. I have so many spares, because actually, when was the last time I actually did arcanes on that character? When did I make the character? Maybe 2 years ago. It had banked up 2 years worth of arcane spares, because it used Absolab the entire time, like 21 star Absols. So I banked up spares over 2 years. Only for it to go within like the first 5. Like only 5 items boomed. Saved all those arcanes for nothing. Dude, that Xenon, still so lucky. Still so lucky. I think it gained like 10 mil combat power, CC. So I went from like 140 to 150. So yeah, I basically gained, I went from full 21 Absols to full 21 arcanes. 10 mil seems pretty reasonable, because like you don't gain that much from the set bonuses, of course. The set bonuses are pretty similar. Oh, yeah, speaking of the box changes, one thing that I'm kind of looking forward to, after the changes, I'm probably going to be 10k Legion. And I was just thinking to myself, what's the most I can do with this knowledge? And I realized that a lot of my mules don't have like gear, or a lot of like they're just random characters, right, in general. Oh, open my Legion grid. Like if I go to like my bottom 40, right, because these still count towards my my Legion grid and stuff like that. They're basically naked. So I was just thinking, what if I just like slowly deck them out with 0-star Absolab? You know, just give them an Absol weapon and then like full Absolab overalls and hat and everything. Just like give them the full set. Make use out of these boxes, because I'm not going to use them on anything else. And that's going to give me a bunch of raid power for free, right? Like, obviously the arcanes I'll use on, like, real characters, but the Absols, I'm gonna have a lot of spare boxes. And I already get, like, what? Probably get, like, 10 boxes a week. That's like a whole decked out character a week. This is free raid power. Oh, and arcane weapons, you're right, actually. Arcane weapons can be slowly moved across as well. Crazy. With proper pots and flames? Yeah, good enough pots and flames for the Xenon. The pots that my Absols were already, like, pretty good. Same with the flames. It got pretty lucky. What a surprise. It's always the same characters, right? But yeah, I did some upgrading on the flames and the pots. The pots are acceptable. It's like 10% all stat and 20 stat in general, so it's like a little bit worse than 2 lines all stat, but I didn't want to push the pots. And yeah, flamed it adequately, and it's 10 mil combat power gains. It's pretty good. Push 23 Absols on mules? Yeah, you could, but that's a waste of money, in my opinion. I think I'd rather try 23 stuff on my main than 23 mules. Is there a box for Eternals? Yeah, you can get a box from C. Carlos and higher. You can also get it from H. Carling and higher. And I think also H. Limbo. N. Limbo I don't think drops an armor box. I don't think those can be transferred though. Or at least they didn't mention that those one in particular can be transferred. I think it's only Arcane and Abso. Imagine if you like got a spare boxes for Eternals and then you just decked out a C10 mule in 18 star Eternals. God, that'd be so funny to see. But yeah, you're right. Arcane weapons for the characters that don't have one. It's a pretty good amount of combat power increase. With a gold spoon, yep. Same with like if they made the ring boxes tradable, which I honestly hope they do. But yeah. Imagine if you just like spawned in with a raw 4 or continuous 4. That was actually permanent. Not from just like Challenger World or something. Okay. On the next rune I need to remember to pop 2 boosters. Out of all the changes that they've announced at MapleCon, which ones are you guys looking forward to the most? Because there's quite a lot of them. I don't know which one my favorite change is. Well, obviously we're just kind of like talking about the Inkwell notes, right? But I think one of my favorites definitely is the box movement. That's always nice. I think I'm looking forward to see what they did with the FAMs. That is also something like it's only speculation right now what they're gonna do. Obviously they said they removed some junk lines, but I don't think that necessarily means that it's gonna be easy to get the FAMs you're looking for. Hyper skill cost removal. You know what? You're actually right. Didn't they say they were gonna remove that like 2 years ago? Why are we still paying 2 mil every time we change them? Universal Cash Shop. They might still bring that. Maybe they didn't announce that because that was something that they were gonna do, or that was happening in KMS anyway. It really felt like for MapleCon they mostly focused on like GMS exclusive stuff. Hyperstat? Yeah, hyperstat. Dude. The amount of times where I would go onto a mule that has 0 money, and I'm on like my drop preset or farming preset or something, and it's like, nope, you can't change it. You don't have money. You need 2 mil. And you're gonna go, alright, thanks game. Let me quickly check my storage. Oh, I left my money on a random character. Great. Now I have to like sell some spell traces just to swap my hyper stats over. It's so painful. For no reason. I'm interested to see what they do with the Pitch Pity, but I'm holding my breath on that one because that could easily be just like a nothing. Like if they play it too conservatively and it's like unrealistic for well, like the time for you to get pitch or like to fix your pitch or fix your traces or whatever is just like too long. It might be a bit of a nothing. I mean, something might be better than something really slow might be better than nothing, but it's like I don't know. Let's not get our hopes up. Legion champs after reaching 285. Legion champs do add a lot of FD. I don't think there's anything wrong with pushing for Legion champs. I mean, your threshold to get from like the things that you can do from 285 to 290 is like not that much, right? You're really only gaining the level FD for the bosses that you might be able to already do, or you're aiming for Baldrix. Like that's kind of how I'm thinking about it. Like I don't really care to do H Limbo, for example. I feel like if I cared about doing H Limbo, I kind of just you'll get there eventually. Once you hit 285, then just kind of just get more Hexa and slowly work on your gear. I don't know. For me, the value of getting to 290 is not there. But that's only because like I don't really care to try the new stuff. I feel like if you wanted to do Baldrix, then yeah, it's 290 angle. That being said though, you still probably want to get as much damage as possible for Baldrix. So doing your Legion champs anyway is not a bad idea. Like that boss damage and crit damage from the Black Mage and Seren missions, it does kind of add up. All characters sharing the same bank. It would be very convenient. But, yeah. I feel like if they could have, they might have already done it. But at the same time, having storage on like individual mules is very like MMO standard. At least it feels like that. I wouldn't be surprised if like they just never considered it because they let you store. You couldn't like have it all in one spot because it was like capped, right? In early iterations of MapleStory, it wasn't like the maximum limit of how much you could carry was like 2 bill or something for a while because that was like the something to do with like the numbers. You can only have like 2 bill at a time. And I guess like rather than dealing with that, they just increased the cap and then they just left the coding as is. I don't know. Hate Golix dailies? Yeah. There's a lot of dailies that I'm also really lazy to do. It's not just Golix, it's like Golix and then realistically you need to do Arcane River dailies if you want to solo Black Mage. And then you also need to do your Grandest dailies if you want to do Seren. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. It's a lot of characters to work on if you want to do that. I just work on one character at a time because there's too many dailies. Too many dailies. And I'm hella lazy. I think I would consider doing dailies a lot more if the perks were like for Night Troop. I did dailies on so many characters during the end of Night Troop because the symbols, the extra symbols you got, worked for every character. That was pretty amazing. So every character got like the 16 symbols or whatever it was per area. And then we also got the Soul Erda on top of it. And we also got fragments. Like, with all those benefits, that was the only thing that caused me to do dailies on like so many characters. If it wasn't for that, it's just one a day, man. Just one a day. That being said, I should probably do my dailies on my Blaze Wizard. The Blaze Wizard is really close to max Arcane Force. The second one, that is. One daily a day keeps the burnout away, yup. The dailies are also much easier to do if you, like, are actively pushing the character. But because all my characters are kind of just chilling, doing dailies feels kind of bad. Like, once I'm on my Len, like, all the dailies, I'm gonna do all of them, right? Like, obviously I'm doing all my Arcane River dailies, Cernium dailies, Commercy, Golix, you know, all the standard stuff. You just gotta do them, because that's part of the prog. 2 weeks away. Man, I cannot wait for those 2 weeks. Can it come, like, faster, please? Can it come sooner? I just wanna play in Challenger World. I need to wait faster. What happens in 2 weeks? That's when we'll get the new update. So it'll be the new Hyperburn, it'll be Challenger World, Len will be released. A bunch of quality of life updates. Yeah, it's gonna be great. Wait, is this the update that we get Ascent skills as well? Wait, hold up. I have not been saving anything for Ascent skills. That's in December? Okay, so I got time. Okay. But it is like the same patch, just second part of the patch? There were a bunch of quality of life ones, but the first one that came to mind is like, I'm pretty sure this is the skill reset one, so every time that you go into bosses, you'll get your cooldowns back. It is the new age of boss mules, where you can go in and Origin Burst to enter every time. Hell yeah. Do you think the Koreans will revolt? Nah, I don't think so. I mean, people will complain anyway about these sorts of things, but I'm kind of like comparing it to TMS. Like, whenever TMS gets something crazy broken, does GMS complain about it? Not necessarily. Like, sometimes we, like, want it in our server, but it's like, you kind of just accept it in its own world. I feel like GMS has kind of become that for KMS. They only really complained because we actually had similarities between the two servers. Like, originally, they did have a reboot server, and all the good stuff that happened in our reboot, you know, like, they also see that and they can compare it to their server. But right now, like, the two environments are completely different, so I don't think anyone will care. It's like, why would you care that the easy mode server is getting like easier? Like, what do they care? They're not gonna care about that. I think they would be salty if like they had a particular gripe in their reg server that got addressed in our reg server. I think then they will get salty. I don't know what that would be, but yeah, that's something that I can see them being more annoyed about. But if it's like buffs to like heroic, I don't think they'll care. Because it's just like a server that doesn't relate to them at all. Is the new Star Forcing released yet? That will be in the next event as well. Yeah. Because they mentioned at MapleCon how the new booming system will work. Like after you reach certain stars, like if you blow up the item, it doesn't go down as far. Which is nice. That's a nice QOL as well. It's nice not going straight back down to 12. Especially now that like it doesn't even go backwards in stars anymore. It is nice staying at a higher star. Yeah, in the new system, it won't go backwards. The costs will be adjusted accordingly as well. So each individual tap will be quite a lot more expensive. I think, for example, Eternals, like 19 to 20 tap is like 1 bill. It's very expensive. So individually, the taps will be more expensive. But the average cost to hit the stars should be about the same. I think the boom chances are higher. Unless it's on event, then it's about the same. Realistically, in the new system, I think it really encourages players to wait for Star Forcing events if they can help it. Because the boom chances does seem a lot higher. But at least the average cost should be about the same. And I think that this is going to be a really nice quality of life. I think a lot of people initially are not going to enjoy spending more money. But when you realize that your stars aren't going back down, it does feel a little bit more justified. I think any of the players that star forced during the time where like you could go down from 14 back down to 10, when they changed it so then it was more expensive, like I think we were a little bit annoyed that it was more expensive, but goddamn did it feel good not going back down in stars. I was so sick of getting to 14 and then going back down to 10. I was so sick of that. And it could randomly blow up as well. Nothing was more disrespectful than your item blowing up first tap 12 to 13. Because it would go back down to it would blow up 12 to 13, and the trace goes back to 12 anyway. So you just went down a star, lost a spare, and then you had to go through the whole like process of putting the new item back in. 15 success, 10 boom sucks. I mean, on average it's about the same. The boom chance will be higher, but like the cost will be the same. Will then be your champions. We'll see how much I like it. I think at the bare minimum, I'm expecting it to be able to be a pretty strong Black Mage Mule. That's my goal with it. So I'm actually going to play through it like reasonably seriously. I don't know what the cap of like my expectation of how far I'm going to push the character will be. I might push it as far as I did my Battle Mage, but that's really dependent on how much I enjoy the class. But I think realistically, it'll probably cap out at where I left my my Corsair. Yeah, the new system will be more fast. It will also cost a lot more, so you actually spend way less time star forcing. I think that's a good thing, though. Like, I hope that they find a way for cubing to be faster, too. Meso's down, mental up. Yeah. I think the biggest thing about the new star forcing event is that the whole goal of it is that it's going to reduce the volatility of star forcing. Because you're tapping on average way less, hopefully the numbers will mean that you don't get as bad of a luck. Hopefully. Because you don't have to go back down anymore. You can't go back down anymore. So hopefully you don't get like those bad streaks where you just fail 15 to 16 100 times in a row. And then you get to 16, you go back down to 15 and fail another 100 times. Hopefully that doesn't happen as much. 290 when? You know, I can't even check how long it'll take me to get to 290. Because I'm not high enough level. Let me check Maple ranks. At the pace that I'm going. Well, I'll get to 289 in 170 days, and to get from 288 to 289 will take me about 65 days. So I will get there in about a year at the pace I'm going. Alright. Should we wait to Starforce is 510 or wait until Shining? Oh, then Starforce changes. That's up to you. I think 510-15 is still probably valid to Starforce on in this event if you really want to make gains. But yeah, I wouldn't know because I don't know if they're doing any Starforce events. Historically, people have been like very aware that whenever they give a 5-10-15 at the end of an event, leading into a new one, it probably means that they're probably cooking a like a Shining or something. I wouldn't be surprised if in the future update, like in the next update, they'll put like a Shining or something, like pretty early. So it's up to you. I feel like if you really needed to make gains, there's nothing wrong taking this 5-10. It's still a good event. $245 days. Okay. Nice. 245 days at the pace I'm going, I'll be 290. Yeah, nah, that's not happening. Did I talk about Universal Cash Shop? They didn't. A lot of people are a little bit like, you know, a bit disappointed that they didn't announce it. I think that there's still a possibility that they'll do it because it's something that they already did in KMS. And MapleCon, it felt like they focused mostly on like the new stuff. As in like GMS exclusive things. So I think that there's still probably a chance They'll give us Universal Cash Shop. That maybe they just couldn't fit it into the showcase because they focus so much on the other stuff, like the GMS exclusive things. So there's still a chance. I hope so, though. Cooking a cube sale into Shining? I wouldn't be surprised. That's what happens every year. It's like the Star Forcing events and the cube sales are always right next to each other. Man, I miss having VIPs. Reset Eternal this week? Ooh, congrats. Unfortunately, I cannot tap anything for another, like... Actually, in 5 weeks, I'll have 1 Carling, 1 Carlos, and 1 Limbo piece that I could tap. Exciting. Yeah, you just wait for the next update, Shanks. You just wait 1 week, and then 18's guaranteed. You can safeguard up to 18 on the new changes. You get it to 17, and then you safeguard the last star. Easy peasy. The new era has arrived, where everybody is going to start to settle their Eternals at 18. And it's actually realistic. That is crazy. This guy really hit him with, I hope you forget to safeguard. #1 hate watcher. As funny as that would be, to be able to gap JH, I don't think that would be possible for me. How hard are you guys going to go in Challenger World? Are you guys going to be whapping? Or are you guys just daily gamers? You're gonna get a vac pet? I wonder, speaking of the vac pet, I wonder if they'll give us the vac pet that all the lens got in KMS. Because in KMS, every newly created len got a vac pet for like 90 days or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they took that away though, because the last time something like this happened, they didn't give us the good stuff. Was it 30 day? I couldn't remember. I do remember they getting a vac pet though. So we'll see if we get that, but, historically GMS hasn't been that generous with random vac pets like this. They usually save the vac pets for the I'm sorry we broke something. Any tricks after disaster? Epicon, the game's gonna die. I don't know if the game will die. All things considered, I feel like this game is going a lot stronger than I expected. It's definitely going stronger than I thought. Morning, afternoon? It'd be afternoon for me now. It's about 3 PM. But hello, welcome. Yeah, whapping is definitely not a requirement to make a Legion champion. Or even like a C10 Emule. It does help though. How do I feel about the MapleCon announcements? I'm hopeful. Like they teased a lot of like really nice changes. I'm just holding my opinions on it because obviously we don't have the details, but conceptually I like a lot of it. But all of these things is hard to judge because we don't know the full details. So the things about like, for example, like this Star Force trace restoration stuff, like we don't know how long it will take us to restore our trace, or how easy it will be, or what's the mission. Like we just need more details before we really know. Yeah, actually, yeah, the familiars is also another thing. We're just gotta wait and see. Like conceptually, it sounds good. We just have to gotta hold our judgment for the actual details. I'm trying not to expect too much because I feel like that's just asking for disappointment. I'll just be patient. But I do like the changes that were announced. In particular, the arcane box changes. Oh, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Oh, you tried to claim a blackout. I don't have the thing open. I'm so sorry. Give me a sec. I gotta refund you those points. How do I refund points? I don't know how to refund my points. Yeah, I forgot to open the application. Melvin, why don't you pay some points and show them how it works? Just give everyone 300 points? Oh, hell no, you guys don't. There's no way. Is it gonna be refunded? I don't know how to refund it, but I'll find a way to refund it. I don't know how to refund it. But yeah, it literally turns off, like, turns my screen black. And there's also one that, like, rotates my screen. No, there you go. Thank you, Melvin. I'm having a look right now. How do I refund points? Because I can't see the interface. Yeah. The best part about this is that everybody likes to save their points for when I start to do my bosses, and then it's a fight between me and the viewers. What happens? Do I die out first or do I clear the boss? That's... yeah. When there were a few people that messaged me about, like, because there was a clip of that showed up in the Maple Clips thing, and people were like, what's going on? Like, why is the screen black? I don't think half the people realized what was going on in that fight. But I think that's kind of funny. Okay. Points Twitch only? Yeah, as of right now I can only get it to work on Twitch. Because YouTube doesn't have any point system. I could attach it to like a keyword, and if anyone types in the keyword it would like flip it, but then that would just cause it to get spammed. Because I can definitely set it so that if you type in a certain word, it will flip it. Oh, pardon me. I'm doing my best to find out how to, like... oh, I think this is it. Did I find it? Just for you guys. Man, never mind. This is all the... That's the wrong ones. Nah, because it's also good for me to know how to refund it, because sometimes, like, I'm tabbed out or something like that. Okay, just something really funny about that application. It rotates my maple screen, but it also... the way that it works is that it affects whichever, like, window I'm tabbed into. So, like, sometimes I'm just looking on the other screen. Like, let's say I'm looking at the patch notes or something like that. You know, that's something that you guys could do, theoretically. If I'm showing the patch notes on screen and you guys choose blackout, you actually black out the patch notes on my screen. It's just whichever thing, like, I'm looking or tabbed into. Like, you could rotate the patch notes. It's so troll. Yeah, you guys should black out the patch notes. Anything to get you guys to try to spend your points that is in somewhere that's outside of Carlos. I haven't done Carlos this week yet. I don't know if I'm mentally prepared for that. Honestly, I don't want to do end Carlos anymore. You guys have to, like, put me off that boss. I do end Carlos on one of my mules. But I get griefed. My screen turns black, it gets rotated upside down, and I die out. I think last week it took me 4 runs to clear. Blackout star forcing, but you gotta continue. Oh hell nah. When do patch notes release? Usually it's like a day before the actual patch, so you probably have to wait another like 12 days or so until we get patch notes. We might get a preview, but yeah, it's usually like a day before the actual patch drops. Thinking about making a mech or wild hunter in Challenger World. Which one is more chill to train on? Actually, both of them are pretty chill to train on. I will say that if you want to play either of those classes and you want to chill grind, I highly recommend a foot pedal. Like, unironically, a foot pedal. That helps with training, especially for mech. Like, playing a mech with a foot pedal is like significantly better. If I had to recommend between mech and wild hunter, I would probably say mech, just because wild hunter is getting a rework in 6 months. If those are the two you're tossing between, I do think as well mech is a better class right now. Wild hunter's a little bit... yeah, it's a little bit questionable. And that's like from somebody who actually enjoys their wild hunter too. Like, I find it hard to recommend wild hunter. Especially now that I know that the Wild Hunter remake or the remaster is coming in like 6 months. But 6 months is a long time. I don't think there's like anything particularly wrong with playing the Wild Hunter. It's just like, it's underwhelming. It's a bit lackluster. Yeah, and the Wild Hunter remaster comes with a hyperburn. That's super relevant. Need someone to knock me out for 2 weeks. This guy's too excited for change. Yeah, foot pedal on mechanic. The class feels really good with one. Without a foot pedal, I mean, it's probably fine, but I feel like your hands will get tired. It's only going to be arcane boxes, yeah. It's probably only arcane boxes. If you already opened them, then that's it. So, because we know that it's only going to be arcane boxes right now, the play is, like, if you want to save boxes, you have to do your bosses later in the week. on that, not on this reset, but the next reset. The next bossing reset, you want to try to like maybe do your bosses a couple of days after. Mostly just to be safe. Because you don't know if there's gonna be like big maintenances. But if you claim your boxes, or you do your bosses a bit later in the week, like say on the Saturday or something, and you get some boxes, it should be good to go. Yeah, it's Absol boxes and Arcane boxes. So yeah, if you guys want to do your weekly bosses, make sure you do it towards the, like, closer to the weekend or after the weekend. Because then you have a bigger window to claim the Arcanes. Because if you do it right at reset, and there happens to be like a long maintenance or something like that, your boxes will expire. And Nexon has changed their policy on expired items. Like, they will not refund it to you anymore. They've changed their policy. Because too many people were abusing that to extend the duration of their items. So Nexon's like, yeah, they probably won't refund it to you. Do I do Oz for MVPs? I personally don't, only because I already get a lot of MVPs from my bosses. If I really needed them, then Oz is like not that hard. Like, you could probably get to floor 20 or 30. Probably takes you 15 minutes and you get like, what, 3 MVPs the next week? It's not bad. Hello Icon, welcome. Annoyed that it didn't include Eternal boxes. If you're in a position where you can put an Eternal box on a mule, then you're so far into the game that this problem is like basically non-existent. What did I spend my money on? Oh man. Yesterday I got an eye patch on my Blaze Wizard, so naturally I had to go tap it. Should have made it Turtle boxes tradable. This guy's having like in-gamer problems. Can give my land Eternals before it lives. That's crazy. I wonder how many lens are gonna spawn in with 5-set Arcane in the reg servers. Oh, not reg servers, sorry, in like heroic servers. Non-challenger world servers. Like, you just need to be a little bit lucky with a few C10 mules, and you can definitely spawn in with 5-set Arcane. But yeah. I'm playing in Challenger World though, so that's not going to be an issue. I'm not going to get to the point to get Arcane boxes anytime soon. Even if I got Arcane boxes, I feel like I wouldn't use them. Or rather, like, I would claim the item and I wouldn't upgrade it anyway, because Challenger gear is just so efficient. Per ID? Yeah, because in MC it's per ID. If we get that change, then yeah, you won't be able to double dip the 3k. We'll see. I hope that we can double dip the 3k. Knowing Nexon though, there is definitely a chance it's just once per ID. Do I think there'll be a $30 boosted rewards thing? Probably. I'm inclined to believe that they will do something like that. I mean, the Genesis Pass is already like something that a lot of people are expecting. I think there's also a pass on top of that you can get. Yeah, there's a few pay to win passes that are very enticing. I don't know if it's specific to Ren though, but there are a few of them. Doesn't lower the rewards. If it's like the one that they gave an MC, you get like 3 energy and 90 fragments a week. So that's actually a few extra fragments compared to what we get right now, right? Because you get 12 a day, 12 by 7. What's that? 84. So the new one, if we get what Maple Sea has, will be 90. But that's just speculation, right? Less energy, more frags. Perhaps. But then I don't know what the numbers are going to be. That's just speculation. Are the other 2 passes 40k each or 20k each? Hello, Felipe. Welcome. Alright. After this half an hour, I'll do my other Blaze Wizards weeklies. I'm probably going to dump everything onto my Ren, because I'll be playing in Challenger World, and I would like to just maximize the resources on that character. Just like you want to speedrun this sort of stuff, I think. Unless the rewards are really good for your main. That is something that you can also take into consideration. I think for me, I'm happy just to full send on the Len. I think they announced it as Ren, right? I don't know, I don't think it really makes much of a difference. Because in Korea, isn't like the R sound and the L sound, like, isn't it the same letter? I don't remember my Hangul very well. What level do I tend to take it to? 275 minimum, but I can also see myself going to 280 depending on how much I enjoy the character. What about you guys? How far are you guys gonna like try to take your Challenger World characters? Or are you guys just doing it for like a pretty straightforward 260/270 mil? Oh, I see a fragment. Not leaping until 290. Alright, mate. Wait, if you get the Lib Pass and you solo Black Mage, you cap out the Liberation points. Like, twofold, right? Because you get 600 points per clear. If you get 3 times the points, you get 1.8k. Then if you're anything more than 0, you lose out on so much value. Because you can only... Wait, how much can you store? Does it only store extra 500? It only stores 500, right? Or does it store 1000? I don't remember. Because I know the bar itself is 1000. But how much can like it overcap? It stores 1.5 total? Or... Yeah, 1.5 total. Yeah, so if you somehow manage to solo Black Mage with 0 points, you waste 300 score. That's crazy. Surely next one increases the cap, right? To 1000? Like, 1000 overflow? You store up to 1.5? Oh. Because yeah, I was just thinking about that. Obviously, the amount of people who are going to try to unlib clear Black Mage is like on the lower end, but it's definitely something that people will do. I'd do it. Dude, if I can get 3,000... If I finish 3 Liberation missions with 1 solo Black Mage, holy. I wonder if that's even possible. You're probably gated by Arcane Force too hard. How long will it take to max Arcane Force on the Challenger world? Like, to get... Actually, you probably realistically need the 1.1 times as well. Like the 10% FD thing. Like, I wonder how long it'll take you to get that with all the buffs and stuff. Because I know a lot of the passes and event buffs will give you Arcane Force as well. Yeah, give you 10 straight away. That's what I mean, like, they give a lot of stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Very interesting, though. Yeah, they give a lot. There's no mention of increasing the cap. Alright, that's something that we'll have to keep an eye on. Because I realize that's kind of funny. I feel like they should. Just because, like, you can't... Like, you get a lot of fragments for it, right? Like, you get a lot of, like, shards of darkness or whatever it is. Traces of darkness. Especially if it's 3 times. But the characters or, like, the players might not be, like, strong enough to solo for a little bit. If you do 2 weeks of it and you get overcapped too fast, I don't know. Seems kind of troll. Why do people recommend leaving Arteria ASAP? Because the maps are garbage. If nothing else, the maps are garbage. I feel pretty fine farming here in Carcion. I enjoyed my time in Shangri-La too. Arteria was just... No, I did not enjoy myself. It was it felt more of a slog than I feel like it should have been. Like, yeah, I get my EXP bar, like, doesn't move as much here, but at least I feel good about myself. It's just purely the map layouts to me. Shang is the best region, besides Talahat. I think the only thing about Talahat that I don't like is just, like, how dark the color scheme is. I don't know, I don't really like the color scheme. I like Carcion because it's a lot brighter. The same reason why I like Shang. Shang is, like, very bright. Same with, I personally like the design of Odium, but the maps weren't that good. Like, I liked the look of Odium, the aesthetic, but not necessarily the maps. You like the Shang aesthetic? Yeah. But he didn't even put, JH didn't even put Hotel Arcus in. The guy just, like, ignored Hotel Arcus. Oh, thank you for the follow. Why did that not pop up? Yo, my notifications are whack, man. Unless it did and I didn't notice. Alright. Let's do our bosses. Alright. All I want is just to cleanly do my bosses. That's it. That's it. No pictures today. No pictures. I do not want to see pictures. I want to be able to save my money. I do not want to see pictures. Would I tap if they dropped? Them's the rules, right? I don't make the rules. But I don't have any money. That's like... That's the problem. Alright, if any pitch drops, I hope it's the Zerk. Because then I don't need to tap it. I need to actually buy a decent amount of these because I don't have 100% crit rate on this character, which is kind of Papega. It's because I changed my Legion board. So it's like missing 3% crit rate or something. Oh, never mind, it's 100%. I have 7 points in crit rate. That's crazy. What did I spend on? Too much. I spent on a TC that dropped and a bunch of arcanes. I hope that's all my buffs. My fam's out? They are. Wasn't sure if I was getting healed. Oh, didn't mean to do that.
Activated.
Oh, hell no.
3 seconds. Blackout activated for 3 seconds.
I don't even know if I used enough gears. You guys might agree with my burst. We're living though. I have to play by sound cues now because of you guys. I actually have straight PTSD when I do Carlos. I did see Carlos the other day, and I was telling my party members that it was so weird.
3 seconds.
Oh, I got caught by that. It was so weird doing C Carlos and not having to worry about my things getting turned upside down. You guys actually have trolled me too hard.
Blackout activated for 3 seconds.
Nice try, guys. Try to get me right before the test, huh? Almost worked. Almost worked. Uh-oh. Actually, I don't mind going for a cleanse here. Ah, oh well, I'm sad now. Oh, as it turns out, I can't status ignore that. Uh-oh.
Rotate activated.
That's a little bit earlier than expected. Guys, I'm just trying to cleanse here.
Rotate activated for 1 second. Blackout activated for
Oh, hell
3
nah.
seconds. Blackout activated for
I hope I didn't get
3
caught by that
seconds.
string. Thank God I still
Blackout
have so
activated
much
for
time left.
3 seconds.
Oh! Dashed into it.
Blackout activated for 3 seconds.
It's fine. It's fine. I've seen through your tricks, guys.
Rotate activated for 3 seconds.
I've already seen through all your tricks. You guys can't get me anymore. Oh! I did not see through it. What? I lost door as well? When did I lose door? Okay, now I'm scared. Oh, Delta. Okay, now I'm scared. I hate playing on 3.
Rotate activated for 3 seconds.
Oh, hell nah.
Rotate activated for 1 second. Activated for 1 second.
I don't even know where my character is. I'm gonna die a second time.
Rotate activated.
Oh, hell nah.
Rotate activated for 3 seconds. Blackout activated for 1 second.
This is so stupid.
Blackout activated for 3 seconds. Rotate activated for
Where is even V-Hilla? Where even is
Rotate
she?
activated
Where is she?
for 3 seconds.
Oh no, I got caught by a string.
Blackout activated for 3 seconds. Blackout activated for 3 seconds.
I better have cleansed. I did not cleanse. I thought I was standing on top of the altar. I died to the green. I died to HP. Hey, look, just in time for my burst. I can go straight back into the boss. Oh man. Success. Dude, that was a lot of points in the economy gone. Was it worth it? Was it worth it, guys? Not gonna lie, considering how many points were spent, surprised he didn't die out faster. Honestly, I didn't even realize I lost door. That was probably the worst thing. Losing door in V-Heal, I feel so bad. It feels so bad. Oh, I'm gonna lose door. Yo, chill. Why is there so much gas? Uh-oh. Get away. Oh my god. I need my healing fams to heal faster.
Blackout activated for 3 seconds.
Oh my god, I almost walked into the gas cloud. Oh, there's no way I got caught by that string in the last second. Oh well, that's okay. I'll play on 4. Let's hope that doesn't come back to bite me. I'm getting griefed. At least I still have door. Small victories. Yo, these things when they explode, they do a lot of damage. It's all good. You guys are running out of points now. Hopefully. You know what's funny? I probably could have survived the last couple of things if I remembered that I have E-form. Forget that they changed that into a true iframe now. All these small changes that they keep doing, it just adds up, and I don't even think about it. Yeah, it's a true iframe now. At least I think that's the case. Any confirmers? Pretty sure it's now. But yeah, it's really nice, but at the same time, I just never remember. Oh. Oh. My wide-ass head didn't get caught by that string. Just can't attack during it, I see. I don't know why I dashed there. Holy, I almost dashed into that string. Just getting hit by everything. What ID did you boss on? I think ideally you want to be above 95. If you can help it. But in V-Healer in particular, I think healing fams are probably a little bit more important just because dying out is kind of rough. Alright, now hopefully I get a raw 4 on this character. Raw 4, please. Purple. Raw 4, but only if it comes with a sauce, please, guys. Just let me save money for at least one day. Not even asking for much. Oh my god, there's a baby bird, like, making noises outside of my window. Sounds really close by, too. Can you guys hear that? Sounds like a little squeak toy. Grats on sauce, please. I do not want a sauce. Why am I in lion mode? When you're doing the burst with Phoenix Drive, you have to swap to lion mode. It's more damage. Don't ask me why. Ask Nexon, why is that the case? Specifically when you're using Phoenix Drive. You can still use your other skills in the other mode anyway. Because you just hold down while pressing it. But for Phoenix Drive in particular, it needs to be in lion mode. Yeah, Nexon did some goofy numbers with this class, I don't know why. But it's quite a lot stronger in lion mode. Oh. I can use this time to ring swap. Nice. What do you think about the new changes coming in the winter patch? I'm looking forward to it. Looking forward to it. I'm holding my judgment until I see the actual patch notes though. Otherwise, I might end up disappointed. Congrats on sauce, I swear to God. Okay. Oh, got a ring box. That's what I wanted. Daybreaks are nice too. Let's see. Ultimatum. Certain bosses, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't include, like, TC, for example. Like the total control. What's going on outside? It's so loud. Summer has really come. Yo, welcome to summer. Now these birds are like pretty notorious for being quite loud though. They're literally called like noisy miners. They're really loud. They're like tiny squeak toys. And it's like peak springtime here. So I wouldn't be surprised if there were a lot of like little baby birds running around, and that's probably why they're so loud. Hello Leona, welcome. Sleepy. Honestly, I could go for some sleep as well. Whoa. The new dash is so nice. But once I started using it a lot more, who would have thought having a dash is a nice quality of life change? Come on, ring swap. Can't wait for double lib. Good luck to your money. Double liberation, that's a lot of money gonna get piffed. Oh, I just got hit by everything. See you at the bottom. Dude, I already feel like I'm at the bottom. I keep spending money. Thankfully, this character is like almost done when it comes to its items. I just need to do some more arcanes and then it's just actually all pitch. I just really want to finish the arcanes on like these characters so I don't have to worry about boxes anymore. Like the faster I hit the arcanes on this, the faster I can save them for other characters. Oh my god, I'm at 1 HP. I lost Door as well in that. That's so sad. Have you finished arcane symbols on this character? Nope. Not on this character. I'll get there eventually. I think I need like 3 or 4 more weeks. Whoa, that's a lot of stuff going on. You're on your phone in bed. This is like next level points farming. Oh my god, that's the combo. Oh hell nah. Look, I appreciate the support, but you guys don't need to farm points, it's fine. My god, my Infernosphere ran out just in that time. Oh my god, am I dead? Oh, that was so close. Push me out of the way. New Blaze Wizard Dash feels good. It's pretty good. It could be a little bit faster, but it's okay. Why can't I ring swap? What the heck? Why couldn't I ring swap? Just standing around like an idiot. Oh, Uh-oh. Game just didn't want me to ring swap. Sad. I can't wait until they give us that ring swap button. Oh! I'm gonna die out. Probably gonna play that character. My Blaze Wizard. Or you're just talking about, like, the Challenger World character. Yeah, I think I will also probably be basically focusing my Challenger World character as well. It's too hard to play too many characters at the same time. a lot of time doing dailies and stuff. Alright, so I would really like a Ring of Restraint 4. Oh. Gotta remember I can use E-Form. Okay, I need to turn off all the skills. The Origin follows me around, I think, so I gotta be careful. How about death? Oh nah. Ring box! One day this character will get a raw 4. Let's go Gloom. Lag boxed. All my boxes will be lag boxes because my computer is not very good. It's very old. ET time? I hope not. I feel like an ET is something I would have to tap. This character's actually full 21s. So I don't really... Except the arcanes. Alright, 5, 10, 15 is when this character will be done. Hopefully. I have 3 shoulders and 4 capes. Surely that's enough. Glock loading into Welfare Bear. You know, I don't remember the last time I've done Ursus. I won't lie. In Hyperion, you don't even do that in a party, you just solo it. Okay, I'm used to not having a party in that. Oh, I did like no damage. Did no damage. Being a 2-minute class now, it's kind of nice for most of the bosses, but it still does feel a bit jank because I can't double open Sea Gloom. So it feels like my burst is always like coming up when he's about to close. Are they making that a thing? Like the boxes won't get broken anymore? Oh, certain skills. I see. I don't know where my flame shield is. 6. So sick of getting statused. Oh my god, I still got hit anyway because it hit me right at the end of it. Can't even do my mini burst properly. The timing's a jank. Unlucky. Yeah, I would really like this character to just be a little bit stronger, so then my Gloom run isn't as long as my V-Healer run. I don't know. Maybe it's because I didn't enter with my Origin. This feels like such a long run in comparison to the other bosses. Oh, I'm so dead. Never mind. Just DPM things, I guess. At least this one's my Origin burst. Hopefully I can get out of here without dying. Don't think I can double open. Oh no. Definitely not now. Dude, I can't dodge these orbs, man. Just everywhere. I do no damage. See, like right here, this is what I'm talking about, where like the 1 minute cooldowns come back up, but you can't do anything about it. And you probably don't want to desync it either. I think that's easily fixed if this character can double open a bit earlier. But I cannot. Uh-oh. No. Too slow. You want to reset Gloom? Oh my god, are you kidding me? No. Not the reset. You're going to bed. Yo, just got griefed for free. That's crazy. Should not have given you guys legacy resets, man. Should not have given you guys legacy resets. That's on me. That's on me. So many people are probably so confused. The biggest L is the fact that I have a drop coupon on. And you just wasted 10 minutes of my precious drop coupon. How's it feel with the dash? It feels pretty good. It's nice having the option to dash. If nothing else. I know it sounds kind of dumb, but it feels like I can avoid things now. Whereas before, flash jumping wasn't always like a good way to avoid things. Because there's too many things in the air. One that comes to mind is probably like Seren. Like flash jumping in Seren is not always the best way to deal with it. Sometimes you just needed a quicker on the floor mobility. Yeah, it is definitely on one of the slower dashes though. It's not a very good one. It has a pretty big end dash. Sorry, end lag for Blaze Wizard. I was actually kind of surprised when I was playing on my Cannon Master, just like how responsive the dash was for it. Whereas Blaze Wizard definitely has like a bit of a delay. Oh. Yeah, it's not the best dash, but it's fine. Acceptable. It just has a lot of end lag. It just feels you can definitely feel it a little, because after you do it, like your character kind of just like sits there for a little bit. It's definitely slower compared to the others. How are you feeling about the Wild Hunter? Yeah, I mean, I'm always up for quality of life. I don't think the damage of it went up, but at least it looks pretty decent. It looks like smooth to play. Clunk is part of its identity. That might be so. Honestly, the Cannon Master one surprised me. It surprised me how, like, actually decent it was. Because I wasn't expecting something like a Hero Dash. Hero Dash is, like, pretty smooth. But it is nice. No, the class doesn't use green pot. It's like a hurricane class, kind of. Not a perfect hurricane class, but like it's limited by how many orbs it can shoot anyway, so it doesn't matter how fast you shoot them. You're just capped by a hard limit. Oh. Combat power? 130 mil. It has basically no Hexa though. It has like, it doesn't even have all of its skills unlocked. Because I hit 266 like way before 6 job was a thing. This is a pretty old character. Probably made this character like 3.5 years ago. It's like butter, yeah. Thankfully, this boss kind of sucks. Do you cast a fire circle in the air? I think it's mostly habit. The main reason you cast it in the air is because you get super stance. So some bosses, this is just like it's not relevant as much anymore because of how fast it is now. Before, it used to take a long time to cast. It'll take like 10 seconds to finish like the casting for that particular skill. And what would usually happen is after 10 seconds, the boss will like knock you back or something like that. So if you cast it in the air, even if the boss was unbound, you won't get knocked by anything. Now, because of how fast it is, it's not really much of a problem anymore. It's an old habit for me now. But yeah, it used to give you... It does give you super stance, so you don't get knocked around and stuff. Less relevant now, but... yeah. It's just old habits die hard. It's the worst when like you cast it on the floor, and then the boss unbinds, and then he kicks you, and then yeah, that's it. Then you just die. Or you just lose half your burst. Yeah. You don't have to do it anymore, but I think you can't go wrong. If there's anything that can like knock you around and stuff, you might as well just jump before you do it. And platform breaks, true. Platform breaks are quite annoying. Oh my god, like in Lucid, you can avoid all the pain in Lucid by just jumping and then holding it in the air. I think a class that's pretty AFK, thinking Demon Slayer. Thinking of anything with a similar style. One button, no move, full clear. I don't think anything will match Demon Slayer in that regard. If you're looking for that sort of level of AFK, then Demon Slayer is probably your pick. All the other classes probably need to at least move around a little bit to place down summons and things like that. Even the really lazy ones need something like that. But if you really don't want to move like at all, then yeah, I think Demon Slayer is probably your best choice. Moshuan? Oh no, you're right. There's a second one now, Moshuan. It's not as good as Demon Slayer though, because you have to still loot, unless you don't care about that. Laziest one with summons. I think there's a few. Yeah, like something like a mechanic would be a good example. You place down your summons and then you kind of just hold one button and you full clear the map. Corsair can do something similar. Cannon Master can do similar. Blaze Wizard. There's actually quite a lot of classes that can do that. Like Demon Slayer is just like on a tier of its own when it comes to lazy. Nothing will match how lazy Demon Slayer is. Because it's like the only class that can full clear while pressing basically one button while also looting everything. Like nothing else will match that. You hated the playstyle? Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I feel like there have been plenty of people who have the same issue. Like, you make the class because you hear that it's good, and it doesn't mesh with the way that you like to play, and it feels awkward. That's understandable. I just got hit by that. I am not that fat. What do I recommend? You want to be lazy as possible, but you don't want to play necessarily Demon Slayer. It's kind of hard because if you want to be lazy, it's like 50% of the classes can be pretty lazy. That's the thing. It's kind of hard because like I don't know how you like to play the game. Yeah, a lot of classes don't have too much of an issue with mobbing once you get enough levels in Soul Janus. But if you're talking about leading up into Soul Janus, I don't know, I feel like a lot of classes are pretty good to pick. Hello Fuzzy, I'm doing well, thank you. Can I double open this? I do not think so. I'm so dead. Oh man. That's cooked. I'm trying to think in my personal experience which characters I actually liked farming on. Honestly, Blaze Wizard was super good for me personally. But it's not exactly considered a good class. Yeah, honestly, a lot of the classes that I personally would say I had a good time with, I don't think a lot of people really like. You know what? Let's push the Corsair agenda. Corsair is a good class. That one actually is a good class. It has pretty lazy farm. Has a lot of class summons. Interesting to play, in my opinion. Jack of all trades. Yeah, Corsair. One of my current Legion champs. My Cannon Master, I've done up to Enkalos. My Battle Mage also up to Enkalos. I have my Corsair that's done Hard Seren. And number 4 is going to be my Wild Hunter at this rate. Or my Len. I don't know which one will... Oh, I don't know which one will be better. In terms of its gear. But I can see my Len catching up pretty quickly because of the new systems. Plan on making a Battle Mage? I think Battle Mage is fine. In terms of like playstyle, I really enjoyed it. And the damage feels like... It feels fine. It might be on the lower side overall, but it's not like it's bad damage, necessarily. Farming on it is a little bit active. But overall, I really enjoyed my time playing Battle Mage. Battle Mage's farming is always going to be active until they make the altar a 1 minute duration. Until then, it's always going to be active. It is still lazy, but it's active. Like, it's simple to do, but you will be moving around a lot just because, like, naturally it's a 40-second duration, so you're always going to, like, be moving back and forth to put it back down, if that makes sense. It's not that it's bad or anything, I'm just saying it's active. Alright. JH, look away. You don't want to see this. You don't want to see this, man. Don't look. Alright, I want to see this. Yes. Armor box. Armor box, good. I can save this as well for the event. We like armor boxes. Let's see. Don't have that many bosses left. Which one do I care about drops on? I guess I don't really care about the book. It's probably Lucid. Oh, I can wait for my origin. Wait, Battle Mage is farming? Yes, just active because of the way that the fountain works. Not the fountain, the altar. Still a good class. Farming's still pretty good. It's just You will be putting that down a lot. They definitely made it, like, so much better than the old fountain. Or the old altars. The old altars were really clumsy to put down. And you had to, like, cook really funny rotations. Now it's so easy. C10 are quick. Yeah, I think it's alright. It's like 10 minutes a boss or something. Let's see, Lucid. I need to refresh G skills. I do like my Blaze Wizards, but their hexes have a lot to be desired right now. They're very highly geared. Completely gear carried. I guess that's not really a bad thing for a mule, hey? Oh, thank you for subscribing. Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Okay, there's a lot of golems here. Do I have a Hayato? I do not. I think my Hayato is still like level 210. So I still need to actually do that character's 250 for the Legion. Does this last long enough? It does not last long enough. My E-form does not last long enough. Working hard on your Hayato? Are you just doing Monster Park every day? Just 7 Monster Parks a day? No, she just ran. My burst. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Can you use E4 mid-air? Why I feel like we used to only be able to use E-form on the ground. Don't remember. What's my opinion on Shade bossing and mobbing? I don't know too much about the mobbing aspect. All I know is Bomb Punch is massive, but that's about the extent of my knowledge about mobbing on Shade. In terms of bossing, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard very good things about it. But I feel like the opinions of the people that I've heard this from is very, very limited. I have some people who enjoy their Shade, and I've met a lot of people who don't like their Shade. So, I don't know if objectively it's a good or bad class, to be honest. I haven't really played it myself. I mean, it seems fine, but... yeah, my experience with the class is extremely limited, and the opinions of the people who play the class, I feel, have been very black or white. That's like... I either hear people really like it or really don't like it. Where'd she go? Uh-oh. I don't know how I live that. Oh, okay, that was rude. Oh, okay. Yeah, I wish I had a bigger input for Shade, but yeah, I have not really played it. Ooh, another armor box. Yo, my Blaze Wizards are eating. Between my two Blaze Wizards, I've seen 5 boxes. Right before 5, 10, 15 as well. Perfect. Alright, they both have a pretty good chance of finishing their Arcanes now then. Surely. Buy some more of these. Yeah. I have heard there's like a more straightforward class, but it has a pretty cool kit. This boss is so tanky. We gotta do what I gotta do for that raw fall. Struggling to decide whether it's Shade Burn or just Lend for the Lend Progress event. To not miss out on much. I know it's very easy to fall for that because, you know, you get a lot of free things for playing Lend, right? But I think as a new player, I would probably recommend you prioritizing like what you think you would enjoy, and don't try to get try not to get caught up by the sheer amount of rewards that they give. You will progress a lot further if you pick a class that you actually enjoy. There's so many people who have told me like they get recommended classes like what was like the Golden Child class recently? Maybe not necessarily recently. Just like Dawn Warrior, for example. A lot of people were encouraged to make Dawn Warrior, and I've met a lot of people who are like, yeah, I kind of regret making a Dawn Warrior. Like the class is like good and all, straightforward to play, but it's like they didn't find it enjoyable, so they dropped the Dawn Warrior. So all that progress that you make onto a class like that, you lose because, well, not really you lose, but it feels kind of bad putting the effort into something that you don't really like.
3 seconds.
Oh hell nah, not the blackout for the slime test. Come on now. So hello Plump. Yeah, I'd say as as a new player, don't get too caught up with the rewards, because chances are, as bad as this sounds, you're probably going to find it really difficult to maximize the rewards in the first place. You're going to be thrown into the deep end. You're going to get a bunch of stuff, and you're not going to have a good idea of like how a lot of these things are going to be used. So in a sense, if you pick Len just for the rewards, there's also a chance that you just don't even know how to use the rewards that they gave. So to me, it makes more sense just to pick a character that you like. Because then, even if you make mistakes on it, which will happen as a new player, you won't feel so bad about it because you're playing a class you like. Honestly, the best case scenario is like you actually just like Len. If you like Len as a class, then it's like perfect. Because then you get everything. You get the class you like, you get the rewards, and yeah. Yeah, oh man, there were so many people who made Demon Slayers as well, and Bowmasters, and they ended up not liking them because of like XYZ. Yeah, rip Lumi. I'm so sad what happened to Lumi. I don't really understand what exactly happened. All I know is everybody who plays Lumi is not very happy. Which is a shame, I kind of like that class too. Lumi was actually my first boss mule. It's the only other character on my entire account that has a Wonderoid heart. Remove the gauge, turn this into a 1-2 minute burst class. Oh. Interesting. Oh, nice. Not really new, just returning player. I played interactive in the past. I see. I feel like if you have a general idea of what you want to do though, honestly Len's not a bad pick. So yeah, you do get a lot of rewards for it. But the problem with these sorts of events that's like really difficult is like there's no redo a lot of the times. Because technically you can kind of redo your hyperburn sometimes. Like you can like delete the character and get it back or something like that. But it's like a whole pain in the ass to do. It's always so hard. Picking a character is always the hardest part. Not be too pay to win, yeah. That's valid. Well, if you're stuck I will say though, if you're stuck between like Ren and Shade, I'd probably recommend Ren over Shade. Just because like you said, it does get like a bunch of other stuff as well. Unless you just really like Shade, which is fine too. I don't know, I've been scared off Shade personally just because I've heard so many people not like they don't really enjoy the class after making it, because like we had the remaster recently, and some people made that into like a bossing mule, and they just ended up not liking it. Ren is the best class in MapleStory. Alright. Ring box into a raw 4. Alright, I'll take a slime ring too, that's fine. I will accept that. And my music died. Only Ren gets a vac pet. We don't even know if we'll get that. Knowing Nexon, there's a chance that they don't even give us the vac pet. They're definitely doing that to encourage people to play the new class. Need the rewards for Challenger World too. If you're just mostly looking for the rewards, then yeah, you don't have to worry too much about like which class. Because I think as long as you hit the goals, you'll get all the Legion stuff, right? Because it's not tied to a particular class. Make a boss mule and second main. Than they usually give. It might be a temporary one, like for a month, you know. Hello? Evalum? Stack your Jenny pass? Alright, mate. They have given us like the cotton candy pink bean vac pet a few times. So maybe they'll give that out to us. But I know that the Ren one for KMS, they got a vac pet. But at the same time, GMS has been known to be a little bit stingy when it comes to vac pets. Hang on, I'm gonna repop my serums. 13 minutes, that should be enough. Grandis, yeah, grinding in Grandis is not great without a vac pet. That's for sure. Alright, pay attention this time. Personally, if they put a vac pet into the shop, I might cop it. Looking for vac pet sponsor. Same. If you sponsor me one, I'll sponsor you one. Genius. You go
Rotate
first.
activated for 1 second.
Oh no, not the rotate. Luckily for me, I didn't have to move. Hello, Shah. How you doing? You know, the chat already got me like killed in one boss earlier today. It was in V Hilla. They turned off my screen for enough for me to just die out. It's kind of my own fault. I went down to like 3 lives, and 3 is not a pretty number to play V Hilla in. Someone give me a vac pet, I carry you up to H limbo. that is quite the offer. Does that count as RMT? 2010 drop scam? Oh nah. Charge 150k already? Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna see what they do. I might cop it if they give us... I'll have to see if they give us a vac pet. If they don't give Len a vac pet, then I'll probably be inclined to buy one. We'll see. But Challenger World with vac pet, without vac pet is like kind of painful. Because, yeah. Grinding without one is kind of yuck. Grandis is not a pretty place to grind in, without a vac pet, at least. You want to play Bowmaster because you didn't play Challenger World? It's not like the lane you choose. Yeah, they're trying to bait you into playing it because it's like the new class and everything. Which kind of makes sense. What better way to bait people to play it other than just giving you a vac pet? It's hard to pass, right? It's hard to pass. But it's not even just that. It's because like new players will come into the game, they'll try out Len because like, oh, it's a new class, and they get this nice little vac pet. They get sucked into the game, and then when the vac pet runs out, they buy a vac pet. Genius. Everyone will be a Len. I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, did you guys see the images of Challenger World 2 in KMS? The Vanishing Journey picture with all the Lens in the first map? Alright, well, give me the poison. I didn't swap to raw. Oopsies. I forgot. Should have watched the streams of people cycling SDH2. Every map had 3 or 4 Lens. Look at all these meta slaves going to SDH2. They don't know about the glory that is Bully Boulevard 2. Honestly, there's not that many good maps in Morass anyway. SDH2 is goated for every class. Anybody who hasn't farmed SDH2 doesn't know about the glory that is that map. Getting 18k rates at level 230 is like so broken. And it's pretty easy on most classes as well. Although I plan to try to get out of that map as soon as possible, because you don't want to stay there competing with so many people. Alright, one more armor box for the road, thank you. Nope, it's all good. to do Queen and Von Bon. Insta skip Morass. They might give us enough stuff to just skip a lot of the levels. But I don't know how I want to skip it. Not 260 in one day, you're quitting? 24-hour maintenance and JH is in shambles. Cut off his internet. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. I want to see how far people will take that class. Like, on day one, basically. And by the end of the week. And before it's the same ISP as you. If it's the same ISP as you, you can't rip it. Are they changing Challenger gear? I thought it was like mostly the same. Adding some sort of replacement system. Oh yeah, that's true. They did say they were doing something like that. Yeah. Because right now it's pretty hard. Are people going to be able to clear Encal? If you're talking about Encalos, it's probably possible. I wouldn't be surprised if it was possible. With the power creep that's in the game, I can see it happening. It wouldn't be fast, but it's definitely doable. Encaling, on the other hand, I would have no clue. Probably not. That seems so crazy. But who knows? Maybe they're cooking. Not leaving until you solo Encalos. The thing about Encalos is that inherently you have to train like above 280. I don't know if I can be bothered doing that. You're never leaving Challenger World? Dude, that'd be a crazy thing to do. Like, you set yourself a goal. If you don't hit it, you don't transfer the character. Thoughts? What's this? Oh my god, they're just like straight up expiring MVPs. Okay. Hardcore Iron Man. Being can't clear, you've been playing since 2020. It's just like the power creep in the game has gone up significantly. I fully believe that by the time that you grind to 280, your Hexa is already like in a really good spot to at least give it a try. Because by the time you hit 280, a lot of the times you probably farmed enough to 21 star most of your gear, just purely on the farming aspect. It's a lot of money that you farm from like 270 to like 260 to 280. And you can just go a little bit further than that, right? Like how many hours does it actually take for you to grind that? By the time you do that grind, you can realistically like get a lot of your gear pretty far. But yeah, maybe not straight at level 280. Like more realistically, you have to go further than that. But I don't think it's impossible. I don't know where my chat went. It just disappeared. Alright, there it goes. Hello Baron, welcome. Just finished my weeklies. Alright, we're doing well. We're back at 22.5 bill. Oh, I want to convert 2 boosters. You know which ones you have to Clear up to? Oh, the I'm gonna clear up to, or... Oh, to get Challenger. I don't remember. I didn't do Challenger World 1, so I don't actually know what these, what the numbers would be. Baldrix? Alright, mate. I'd be very impressed if anybody gets to 290 by the end of Challenger World. I can see it happening, though. Somebody's gonna do it. Half will C10E plus 5 weekly check-ins. Because I'm assuming Challenger is the one that is like the final one that you get all the rewards that you can bring with you to other worlds, right? I didn't do Challenger World 1 though, so I don't know what's going on. Sounds like you get a lot of points from just checking in as well. I guess for the last one, because our Challenger World was a lot shorter, they increased the amount of points, right? It sounds like for this one though, they're not going to increase it. Like, as in like, it's gonna be the full duration by the looks of it. It's just the title? Ah, I see. Do up to normal Saren, you get Challenger. If you just do check-in. Normal Saren's pretty high. It's just Sackgate. For me, I can never gauge like Seren or any of the grandest bosses. I still haven't gotten used to it. Because like, when normal Seren was released, I never really did that content. So I don't know how much damage you need to do that boss. Group of 5 Rens. Everyone's just gonna be a Ren. To be expected. Class is, it looks very interesting. Looks kind of fun. It's also like the new shiny class. How can anyone resist playing a new shiny class? Almost there. Almost 29 barrage. $29 barrage and then 30 COMD. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon. The WAPs are gonna stop on this Cannon Masters kind of soon. In about 17%. Do we have any Punch Kings in this event? It wasn't from this, right? There's one here. But no, I'm not talking about that one. Ah, we get one here. How much XP do you get for capping that? Like, if I did that, how much XP would I get? 4%? If I cap it, I get 4%. Wow. I'm closer to leveling than expected. Yeah, I get like 1% for every 1T, which is kind of convenient to calculate. 285, I need like 100T to level up. Yeah, it's like 99.5T. Wow. 4.2T. For one Punch King. Wowzers. So lucky? What do you mean lucky? You were here too. Inkwell's gift claimable? Yeah, it's claimable until like the 18th or something. So it does last for a while. Lin or Demon Slayer? I mean, your Demon Slayer is just lacking levels, right? Replace me in N Limbo. Go to your H Limbo. H Limbo would be nice. Yo, JH, you should put me in the party instead of Red out of spite. Yep. Thoughts? It's 100% uptime with IED and stat, you know? I mean, I can place it down and let's have a look. Oh, it doesn't say on this skill. I have to go actually look at the skill. Level 30 flag. 25% and 25 IED, not 30. Get to open mystery boxes. Dude, they do, the boxes do give you 10% damage. It's just annoying because the boxes, they spawn randomly, so it's just like, sometimes it's far away. They should really make it so then when you press it, it just spawns on top of you. Or they should just, they actually recently buffed it so then I don't have to pick up the boxes. So when I press it, it just straight up gives me damage. Like, look at this. I press it, it gives me 30% damage for 60 seconds. Just straight up a 30% damage buff. Which I think is actually higher than it used to be. Because I think it used to, like, if you picked it up, it'll give you like 10% or something. But what if they just made it so that everybody in your party just gets 30%? You actually picked them up? Yeah, they really should just spawn on allies. Like, you spawn, it spawns on you, and then you press up to claim it immediately. I wonder how many people that I farm with, they're just wondering why there are these boxes that are spawning around the map. Because I'm pretty sure it shows up when, like, I farm. Like, in other people's screens. Like, Rad, you farmed with me before. Like, do you see the boxes that they... when we farm on the same map? I feel like you do, right? That's kind of funny. I clog your screen. Alright. I'm actually excited to level up. I gain a decent amount of damage to level up. Because right now, I haven't bothered to change my link skills. Put your channel on before you go to bed, and when you're at work, you farm points. Oh no. You know, every time that anybody mentions farming points, I'm just like slightly worried because I still haven't done my Carlos run. Because of you guys, I'm actually contemplating just running E Carlos on my battle mage from now on. I don't know if I can be bothered doing N Carlos anymore. That boss is actually ruined for me. Like in my dreams, I hear rotate for 3 seconds. It's actually cooked. You guys had a little bit too much fun. Just a little bit. The Twitch point farmers. I mean, I appreciate the support on both platforms. But I don't know how I feel about it, knowing that it's gonna come back and cause me to die out in my bosses. What's... People are here just to grief me. Oh. Hello, Ballistic. Yo, fellow Cannon Master. At least I think that's the Cannon Master. Welcome, welcome. How was your stream? What'd you guys get up to? Oh no, you're watching me farm on my Cannon Master and I'm not using Dusk and not AFKing? Embarrassed. I actually move around a lot while I farm on Cannon Master. Because I get bored. I can't help it. Dawn farmer. Dude, I farm on Dawn because I'm gonna forget to loot otherwise. Like, Arteria, I farmed entirely on Dusk, and I don't know how many fragments I probably lost out on because I just stayed in one spot and wasn't paying attention. Now, placing down these Dawn orbs forces me to go loot. Yep. But otherwise, yeah, I wouldn't be farming on Dusk. Actually, I can't really farm on Dusk. Oh, I couldn't before properly because my my pool maker is only level 1. Yeah. It's a bit scuffed farming on Dusk with pool maker 1. Do I make more money on people watching YouTube versus Twitch? I don't actually know. I do know that in regards to like Twitch subs and YouTube members, I get a bigger cut on YouTube than it is on Twitch. I think Twitch is like 50, whereas on YouTube it's closer to 70. Or maybe it's more than 70, I don't know. Alright, see you, Baron. Thanks for dropping by. But yeah. I am just trying to farm frags. This is like a character that got to 280 before 6 job, and I'm just like picking up as many frags as I can to be good. Yeah, Twitch takes a lot from subs and donos. I think that's usually why people opt for like they link their donation stuff directly instead of going through Twitch or something. And YouTube at least. But the thing is, I can't really justify putting like an actual link in because I kind of want the protection of people charging back. That was something that I remember people doing where they were donating lots of money to streamers and they would charge back the money. And then you get really screwed over if you get charged back because there's also like fees and stuff like that. Depending on the amount that's charged back, it's kind of gross. Scary stuff. So I'll just leave it for YouTube to deal with. It's not on me. Can you show the Hexa? Sure. Slowly getting there. I'm just trying to get this to 29, and then this to 30, and then this to 29. God, the Hex is so gross. Is it 285? Yeah, thank you for the follow as well. My item stat's like 97. I can check. I put my thing into Scouter earlier. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's close to 97. I would be 97 converted if I had max Hexa. But right now I'm at 90. Hell yeah. It's one of the main reasons why I'm farming. Getting that 1-to-1 conversion for every fragment I pick up. That's actually such a big motivator for me. It's unreal. Until I max out the main skills, it's just 1-to-1 conversion. 5,000 fragments for 5,000 hexa sounds good to me. Although I don't think it goes up to 5,000 anymore. It's probably closer to like... For the next 3,000 fragments, it's 1-to-1. Then it goes down a lot. But yeah, max hexa is just never gonna happen though. I'm so far away from max hexa, I don't really see myself grinding that far. I'm just hoping to get carried by my gear. Just get carried by gear. Yeah, I was actually speaking of the gear, you know how a lot of people are saying like they're kind of suspicious of the way that the fragments and the pitch pity is being worded? I wouldn't be surprised if part of the pitch pity didn't include things like badge and TC and Mitra. I can see that happening. Sounds like something that Nexon would do. So, in a way, I'm kind of glad I didn't tap my TC until it boomed, because it might not be able to be restored. Is that because your Corsair and Kronos has a Wondroid? Were you planning on making a second one? Yeah, Wondroid's kind of nice. It is a nice legacy item. You know what? Maybe you don't have to worry about it as much, because I think in a future update, they're letting you upgrade the Fairy Heart. Isn't that a thing in KMS now? Like there's, you can Star Force it to 20 stars or something? That would be better than the Wondroid Heart. So maybe Wondroid's not so much of a legacy item anymore. I mean, it's still pretty good. Because we still have to wait, like, what, 3 months until that update anyway. At least 3 months. It's 265? I mean, fair. Yeah, that's probably the sadder part. They removed the Black Hearts? Yeah, they did. In that same patch, they removed Black Hearts. But I heard that the new 20-star heart against a Black Heart is not too bad. As in, like, it's probably... somewhat comparable. Like 20 stars is a lot of extra damage. Although it is a level 130 item, so maybe it's not that good. What? No. My prep pendant's dying. Oh man. I'm sad now. Most surprising class? Yeah, Corsair is I think it's a sleeper pick. It's a cool class. Oh, we can't in a heroic, right? Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, so it would be worse for us then. It would be worse. Got some 30 IED, 6 attack, and 20 boss damage. Which ones are better for DB? I think 6 attack is probably better. I think 6 attack is like slightly higher than 20%. If I understand that correctly. And then 20% will be after. IED is a little bit lackluster on Dual Blade from my understanding. I think a lot of your skills have like ignore defense as part of the kit. So yeah, probably like 6 attack and then 20 boss and then IED last. In terms of like how good they are. But if you don't have other fams to use, you just use all 3 of them, it's fine. Typically speaking, you're chasing for boss damage and attack fams. Ideally. But extra ID can never hurt if you don't have anything better to use. We lose 60 attack from it, yeah. That's true, I completely forgot about scrolling. That's probably why I heard that it was like about the same. Scrolling makes a big difference. I mean, I do welcome the 20-star heart because it's always nice making gains on like characters that can use it. That's always a good thing, but yeah. I hope they don't remove the black hearts from GMS. Doesn't really seem like there's much of a point. That's why TC barely breaks it at 19. Yeah, makes sense, because you can't scroll it. So TC at 17 in reg server then is actually like hella value then, right? Well, not even at 17, probably earlier, depending on when you decide to scroll it. Cannon's on there because of ballistic. Phantom for Firmo. So you're just like making a bunch of classes to play? Like possibly play? Same attack as L22 TC. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of like upgrading systems, right? Do they have much more than scrolls? Like they have scrolls and B-pots over reboot. Do they have much more than that, or is that it? Oh, you're doing the elimination tactic, I see. You're not spinning for which one you hit, you're spinning for which one gets removed. Last one standing. Yeah, that's a lot of attack that we don't have. I will say I'm kind of glad that we don't have much more upgrading systems in the game. I feel like... I don't know if this is for you guys as well, but for me, I try not to min-max because it's very easy to go down that rabbit hole. Like, if you try to min-max things, especially, I'm thinking like flames and pots, it's such a rabbit hole, right? Like, if you're just working on a random item and you're trying to 3-line it, it's very fair to settle on 13-10-7 or 12-9-6 or something like that. But if you go into it with like a min-max mindset, it's gonna rob you. Like one item at a time to get proper pots. Flames are the same thing. When you have like a settle in mind, it's so easy to bleed Meso. I feel like if scrolling and B-pots were in reboot, I don't know, it seems like so much more to worry about. Challenger World's gonna bump a weaker one off. That's actually the same for me as well. I only really actively play, in terms of boss mules at least, I only play 8 characters. So I boss on 8 characters total. But with the Challenger World, I'm probably gonna add I'm gonna make a Ren, I'm gonna add that to my rotation. The Challenger World stuff seems so good. There's some of the quests inside. One of the rewards is a B-pot scroll. Just want to see something different. Yeah, it's gonna be Challenger World for a reason, right? Man, I think I speak for a lot of us. I can't wait for that patch to drop. I'm kind of done with this patch. There's not really much left to do. Just kind of waiting it out at this point. I do have a side mission to get to 86 before the end of the event, just for like completionist sake on this character, but man. Put the patch in the bag. I can definitely get to 286 before the end, but that's if I don't slack too much. Avoiding burnout? Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's kind of the same for me. There's a lot of things I wouldn't, like, I should probably do on my account, but kind of lazy. I don't mind farming in Calm Beach. I feel like after I got to 285 on this character, I had been more motivated to train in a way, because one, like I kind of earned the 285 in a way. At least that's what I tell myself. Like I got here. I want to make the most out of it. And also, the map's just pretty. You get 286, you get Cadena Link. Yeah, that's actually the reason why I'm going to 286. Because all the 285 bosses, I can use the Cadena Link. And I'm going to be honest, I've been using the Cadena Link this entire time because I haven't changed my link settings. Because I couldn't be bothered swapping it in and out for specifically Limbo or whatever. So it would be nice to gain like an extra 6% damage. Oh, true, X-Lotus as well. Yeah. That's all. You know what's another thing I'm looking forward to? I try not to flame me too much, guys. I haven't made a seer yet. So I'm kind of missing like 6% there. But I'm waiting for the next free Hyperburn that they're gonna give us in the next event. So not like the Hyperburn Max, the other one. So I'm gonna use that and I'm gonna get that to 250. That's the goal at least. So I haven't even made the seer. Because I knew that I was gonna do it the following patch. And get it to 250 anyway. Maybe I should be doing what you're doing, Rad, and slowly work on my my Hayato, because I think my Hayato is going to take forever to get to 250 at this rate. I don't know what to do. Hello, thank you for the follow, Oververse. Oh, Oververse, rather. It's just like free EXP sort of thing. Ah, but I hate Monster Park though. Nah, never mind. That Hayato is staying at 210 until we get another 250 Hyperburn in a future event. I'll get a 250 Hayato in 6 months. Or I can put 40 mag pots on him. Thoughts? See, it's clunky. Yeah, that was like the general like complaint about that class. I remember the initial iteration of Sia was very painful in terms of the teleport. Didn't it have like a really short teleport? Like them. I remember one of the guys who was playing Sia in our guild, Vinny, he was complaining about how like in Lotus you couldn't even teleport up and down between those platforms. It was so short. How many years gonna take us to get 40 mags? You know what? Considering the power creep of the game, probably not as long as we think. In this event alone, didn't they give us like 6? Like, not even joking, did they not give us quite a lot of mag pots? Like general mag pots. I'm not taking into account the champion burning one. Because the winter countdown, technically, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of there. And there's 5, 6, 7. And in the shop has another 2. That's 9. Yo. I'm already a quarter of the way there to a 250 Hayato. Well, I'm not going to put them on the Hayato, but in theory, it's a lot. They're being pretty generous with the mag pots. Well, thank you for the follow. Sorry, I can't see what it said. The name. Mounsey? Thank you. Eclipse make you laugh every week. Oh no, did you see this? Did you see the Carlos one? Man. Oh god, not the Carlos one. Dude, I wonder how many people even understand what even happened in that stream. I was just getting griefed. People like turning on and off my monitor and flipping it upside down. Dude, I was so close to winning that too. It was like 0.7. I just did not land on my fountain. That stream was actually so close to... it did not start very well. I think I was at like the first segment, like in 2-1, and I lost 3 lives. So I did like almost the entire thing with 2 lives remaining. I was locked in. And then I got blasted at the end because people care. Look, it's just not possible. It's not possible. When your screen is like visible for 10% of the fight, so it's just not winnable. Nah, it was good fun though. It was good fun. Although it has definitely caused me to like have PTSD every time I do Carlos now. Cause yeah. Rotate for 2 seconds or 1 second, rotate for 3 seconds it's kind of a lot. How does that thing work? Yeah, so you can claim Twitch points and then you can mess with my stream. Shout out to Iconics for sure. That was his idea. Because I watched his stream and he had it. I was like, yeah, okay, sounds like something fun. I just didn't think that people would take it as a challenge to get me to die out on bosses. Look, I wasn't surprised that people were trying to grief me to like make me lose a life or two. I didn't think that it would cause me to do like an hour and a half to 2 hours of N Carlos. That I wasn't ready for. Skill issue? Alright, mate. You just built diff. If nothing else though, nobody has an excuse to miss a cleanse in Carlos. If I can cleanse multiple systems while my screen's like randomly flipping upside down and turning off, nobody has any excuses. The systems should be cleared at every given point. Should be clean. Chat's burst? Dude, it's so bad. It's because Carlos is so easy to grief compared to other bosses. Because other bosses, the maps are a lot smaller. So the information that you need to like take into account is like a lot less. But Carlos's like map is massive. You have to kind of angle your shot. And he also like hella hurts. Like all his mechanics really hurt. And then there's like the super grief that is the test component. I am so lucky that they changed it from 5 down to 3. Like, if the test stayed at 5, I can never clear with chat. Because at the very least, I can try to play better during like the non-test segment and hold my Jenny iframe. At least I have that out where I can press Jenny iframe and do the entire 3 tests, like reasonably safely. Like I might have to like outplay maybe 1 extra test, like 1 extra bubble. But if it was 5, it's just cooked. Like how is that even playable? It's unwinnable. Started doing N Carlos and Carling is way different. Yeah. Wait until you start like soloing the bosses too. Like solo N Carlos was a lot more difficult than I expected. It's like the first time. I don't know if you guys felt the same way when you do like hard will for the first time. You go into P3 and you know you have the damage and everything. Just the webs just keep coming. And you're just like, huh. I was not ready to deal with actually dodging in P3. That's how I felt in Carlos. I was like, what? I have to dodge in this boss? What do you mean I can't just phase it? Did we have 3 systems this Carlos run? I feel like it's because people kept griefing the ball. The ball was never getting cleansed because somebody would try to shoot 5, hits 4, and then and then the ball runs at 4, but he's already missed it. So you cleanse the wrong one already, and then somebody else, because they were aiming at 4, 4's already gone, so it hits 5, and then we just miss 2 cleanses straight up. It's just dude. Everybody's helping, but because they're not hitting, it's griefing. Dude, that was actually so insane. Like, somebody shot at 5, but hit 4, caused the ball to not cleanse on that, and then the next person tried to shoot 4, hit 5, and we just missed 2 of them straight up. Oh, man. Our responsibility is for you to die out that run. Unwinnable, man. Unwinnable. If you're new, just soloing anything about H-Loman, Dude. The first H Lotus clear, like, is straight up like a hands check. Because I feel like when you're doing N Lotus, at some point you kind of get used to it, and like the frequency of getting hit is a lot lower. And then you go into a hard Lotus, and suddenly everything just goes crazy in comparison. Oh, then you go into X Lotus, and you have to relearn the boss again. At least they kept nerfing the bosses. It's a lot more manageable now that they got rid of all like the bouncing stuff. Biggest progression handshake is C-Velum. Dude. Who remembers their first C-Vel clear? I know, I felt so accomplished. Up until that point, until I solid C-Vel. I think in terms of like satisfying clears, C-Vel's up there. I think honestly Von Bon as well. I feel like Von Bon is a very telegraphed fight. It's very satisfying in that sense. There's also, in my opinion, Hard Lotus, Hard Will. Hard V Healer as well is a pretty good one. Black Mage solo, that's a big one, for sure. I don't know about you guys though. I don't know about Seren. I feel like my first Seren solo, I was too annoyed at the mechanics to appreciate that I soloed it the first time. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like when I first soloed H Seren, I didn't even feel accomplished. I just was like, thank God that's done. I did not feel it. Got to C-Vel and quit. Oh no. Understandable. It's probably one of the first hands checks in the game. Well, you need iframe for CPAP laser? Yeah, CPAP now at least you can manage it without iframes. The old CPAP was miserable. Back when like the pillars used to one-tap you, that was actually a miserable fight for a lot of classes. Now that the pillars don't one-shot you, the boss is way more manageable. Yeah, the 100% damage from the clocks was brutal. I used to play Maple a decent bit. Should I get back into it right now or wait until Challenger World? If you want to just play for fun, you can always play now. There's still some like free stuff. You can get some cosmetics, you can mess around. But if you wanted to like dedicate more time and play through it, I do recommend waiting for Challenger World. Like Challenger World will be a lot of fun, in my opinion. Oh yeah, the winter countdown thing. You can, yeah, the check-in is actually probably worthwhile doing. It gives you a lot of rewards. I wouldn't say that it's troll, but you do get a little bit of extra stuff if you start now. Or like, well, maybe not start, but like just get a character to level 100 just so then you can participate in this. Because the more that you participate in this particular event, you get a bunch of stuff that you can use. Well, you have to use it now because it won't carry over to the next event. But then the winter pass, the more that you check in, the more that you carry over into the next event, which is kind of nice. It's just free stuff. But only if you can be bothered doing that. It's not make or break, but it is nice. Start some links in Legion? Yeah. Could. I'd say though, like, right now, because it's at the tail end of the event, I wouldn't recommend getting too deep into it because, yeah, there's only so much you can do. Yeah, 4K Legion? That's good enough. Yeah, you can do like the bare minimum if you want to just like mess around and stuff. The event ends in like 2 weeks. And then we'll have Challenger World, which will be very exciting. Night Lord, any fun? They did get recently buffed. Now that they made it into like a 2-minute class, it does feel pretty interesting to play. Spend the time to figure out what to name your characters. That is so real. That is so real. Do you guys have decision paralysis when you're trying to give your characters IGNs? I had a friend who used to play Maple. I don't know if they still play Maple. But they were trying to make... I think they were making a shade back then. I don't know why this lives rent-free in my head. But I remember them messaging me on Discord, like later in the day, being like, I finally made my shade. I was like, oh nice, what level is it? They're like, oh, I just made it. I spent the last hour figuring out an IGN. I'm just like, I can't relate, but I understand. Love the videos. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I will be making more videos once Challenger World starts. Once Challenger World starts, I'll be doing a whole series on the LAN, and I think it'll be a lot of fun. Actually, I will probably... Okay, I will actually upload a video kinda soon, because I want to make like a prep video for Challenger World. Just like things to do as a checklist, sort of, to start off the Challenger World. Because there's going to be like a lot of things that you're going to need to do early, or there's like a lot of things you can do to start up a character, right? Not necessarily mandatory, but like there is a lot of things you can do to get yourself into a better spot early. I'm going to make myself a little bit of a checklist. Can you name your Ren Taku? I mean, if you want to give me that IGN, I'll take it. I'll take it. Should have had a goal to name your Ren. I did say as a joke, anybody who buys me a vac pet on that Ren can name the Ren, but like, I feel like that's a bad idea. Making Len Challenger World? Yeah, that's the goal. Naming my mules takes longer than getting them to 200. It's kind of true. Especially if you have like a theme going on with your IGNs. Thankfully for me, I don't really have a theme going on. I just go to like the Guild Wars 2 wiki page and just like slowly take all the Quaggan names. You guys don't need to know what that means. I'm just not creative. But yeah. I cannot wait though. It's gonna be hella content. Where did the money go? I got another pitch yesterday. Friends and I started at the same time. They were level 60 by the time you came up with an IGN. Yeah. That is so real. I think the problem with Seren, at least when I did it the first time solo, was, well, first off, it was like actually the first time I tried to solo it. But also, the pillars are just so painful. Who's in the bossing party? I'm just gonna solo everything. How much is a vac pet and how much to upkeep? If you buy it with the discount, it's 70k. You have to have 30,000 reward points though. So you need 30k reward points to get a 30% discount. And you get the initial vac pet for 90 days. And then afterwards you can pay, on discount, 10k NX to revive it for a month. Name change coupon is in CS. No longer RP discountable. I am not sure. Translate to USD. Well, for 1k it's $1. So it would be $70 for the vac pet on discount, and then $10 for every month revival. And the first, when you buy it, you get it for 3 months initially. So yeah, 70 USD. I think if you are interested in getting a vac pet for Challenger World, it's not a bad time to start farming reward points. Or like being a bit more proactive about it if you don't have enough. How much longer on today's stream? Probably not too much longer. Because it is getting close-ish to my dinner time. And I should probably help. When's the Ring Fit after LAN streams? I need to figure that out. I don't know about the Ring Fit stream, but the Afterland stream will definitely happen before Challenger World. Oh hell no, not the Ring Fit stream. Farm 30-second blackout today. That took me a second to understand what you were talking about. 30 seconds is crazy. Dude, if you by yourself farm 30 seconds, then so many lurkers have farmed a similar amount. Oh my god. Yeah, bossing is kind of cooked. Got your first BM solo for Legion Champ. Hey, congrats. That's huge. Don't worry about what level you do it at. It's not a race or anything or a competition. As long as you get the clear for yourself and you get the buffs, that's all it is. Congrats, dude. That's good stuff, man. Damn right, it's a race. You know, speaking of Shanks, there's a real chance that I'm gonna be able to solo Hard Seren on my Ren before Shanks solo Hard Seren on his Zero. He already did it. He soloed already. Man. 10-minute run. Five minutes. Took what Tilda said. How much combat power to solo Hard Seren? Assuming you have enough Sacred Force, you could probably solo it around like 200. 200 is a pretty comfy number, I think. Like 275, decent Sacred Force, and then 200. That should be a pretty comfy run. But yeah, you can definitely go lower. I did my champion min cut at around, yeah, 170 on my Corsair. It shouldn't have been as close as it was. I'm just not very good at Corsair. Or at least I wasn't very good at it in Seren. $170 with Night Troop, yeah. So that's probably closer to like, probably like 200. But I also like went for like sort of intentionally a min cut. Because doing it at 270 is like, oh sorry, 275 is, you know, you're not getting very much free damage. I feel like Seren is one of those bosses where you kind of want to make it as easy as you can. There was no reason for me to rush it. Need rent right now. Dude, this guy is like actually tweaking, dude. It's crazy.
Blackout activated.
What the?
1 second.
He almost made me place my Soul Janus in the wrong spot. That was almost a successful grief. Actually, like, man, I don't know why. I feel like I'd be more upset if I placed my fountain in the wrong spot than dying out in a boss. Dude, it happens every once in a while, and I always think to myself, man, if I place my fountain in the wrong spot, I'd actually be sad. Oh, sorry, no. Don't be sorry. That's part of the game. Look, I usually expect it during bosses, not when I farm. I've kind of like learned to accept it, but when I farm, it doesn't happen, right? But every once in a while, somebody will just black out or reverse my screen, and I'm just like, I'm so glad that I just like let go of my keyboard when that happens. Nah, it's all in good fun. It's all in good fun. The points are there to be used. What's the point of having points in Twitch if you can't spend it on something fun? It's our duty. You should take it as like a trophy if you get me to die out. Every once in a while, people get really excited to like spend all their points, and just my screen's blacked out, and then it comes back, and I'm dead. You guys have the amount of people who get the amount of satisfaction from that is crazy. The satisfaction of just seeing the streamer die. Guys, it's just a bunch of bullies. That's all good. Yeah, DPSing in India just sounds miserable. If you don't have free damage in that phase, just play to live. I gotta do the champion mission for that at some point too, hey? Like the Destiny mission. I might give it a try like another time though. I think I need a little bit more of my Hexa to be able to clear it. Maybe if I hit like an Eternal, might be a lot easier. I don't really want it to be a min cut, that's the only thing. Because one of the things about Cannon Master I can't be bothered doing a lot of the time is sweating, making sure my mini burst like absolutely hits. That is, I don't know if I can be bothered. How long until another hat? So I need another, what, 7 pieces? So 4 weeks. Still a while away. And I'm also saving up my Carling pieces. So eventually if I go for 22 Eternals on the top and bottom, hopefully I'll have some spares. So I'm just gonna camp them at 21. I mean, we'll get Adversary at some point too. What Hexa are you now, Red? Are you around 90k as well? Oh, thank you for the follow. Well, Dan. Welcome. Do you ever get level 9? You mean for like the octopus? Oh, hell nah. I get to 6 on any of them that isn't the frags one and I just claim it. And then on frags, I try once or twice for 7, and then if I don't, I just settle 6 and I just claim it. I just can't be bothered. .8, nice. Oh, 88.5 rather. That's good. God, you made me remember that the octopus event is still around for another week. Guys, out of solidarity, you guys all just want to claim it at level 1. Just so then this event never comes back. Thoughts? You're on your own? Look, what's the difference? You guys are just gonna send me screenshots of you guys hitting level 2 at the end of... Like, you guys are gonna be 100 out of 100, and it's gonna be level 2 anyway. You guys could have saved all that time holding down interact by just claiming it immediately. What's the difference? Save yourself the pain. I can appreciate people liking gambling. But it's one thing to gamble being aware of the risk and then complain that they're unlucky. Come on now. Like this JH guy. I feel like every week JH has sent a picture of 100 out of 100 and it's level 2. Fragment Octopus is cursed. Sometimes it does feel like that. But then you realize just how low the chances of hitting are, and then you realize that's the same odds as you star forcing and stuff like that. It really puts everything into perspective. Just don't worry about it. Hello Baron, welcome back. How you doing? Man, actually so close to leveling up my Hexa one more. Maybe I should spend the rest of the night farming later. It's not like I'm doing anything else anyway. You have more booms per meso than I do? How often do you boom? Because I think for me it's like I boom on average once every 3.8 bill or something like that. My numbers are definitely a little bit more skewed though, because you gotta take into account I also star force a lot of things safeguarding everything. Like the only things I don't typically safeguard are CRAs and fodders, right? Those are the only things I don't safeguard. Everything else I safeguard. If you don't safeguard things like Harness Treasures and Dom Pendants and stuff like that, then the numbers are still probably in your favor. Because yeah, naturally, if you don't safeguard, obviously you're going to blow up more things. But I safeguard pretty much everything. With the exception of the Arcanes last Sunday. Yeah, it means nothing. It's just like a stat. It doesn't, I don't like that stat being put into perspective is all. Being told that on average, I blow up things every 3.8 bills and not a happy number. Yeah, I safeguard pretty much everything that isn't a CRA or like reinforced. Everything else gets safeguarded. For me, the extra money to not randomly lose a couple spares here and there is good. Yeah. Look, I think it's fair to say that like one of the things you hope for when you're star forcing is that whether it goes or not, can it just go cheap? Like if it's not gonna go up, just don't take my money with it. You know, if you want to boom, sure, that's fine. Can't be helped, right? But can you not like take 30 bill with you and then boom? Can you just like just boom immediately? Like for my one of my ETs, I think it was my mechanics ET. It took 30 bill and then blew up. I was just like, come on, man. Like, if you're gonna take 30 bill at that point, just go. Don't just take 30 bill and then die. 14 to 15 eats more than safeguarding. It does. It's pretty expensive. Getting stuck 14 to 15 is like, that's the worst start to get stuck on when you're doing things like reinforce and CRA. Because CRAs will blow up, because naturally you're not safeguarding them, right? But man, when you're on like an event and it blows up and it gets stuck 14 to 15, you just roll your eyes at it. It's like, come on, you cost so much. You cost so much individual, like on every individual star. Yeah, the next one, the new star forcing thing, it either goes up or it booms. There's no more messing around with it going 15, 16, 15, 15, 16, 15, 15, 15, 15. Like, none of that. It's all gone. It's just either gonna go or it booms. Well, it can get stuck. It can still get stuck. But at least it can't go back down. At least it can't go back down. People are going to complain that it's expensive to do, like, on an individual star. But people will appreciate it. It does that, but it takes 20 minutes, yeah. Wait until it, like, only takes 5 minutes. I'll feel a little bit better about it. Mega burning is done. Oh, nice. Oh, that's right. You can't use your growth pots if it's on a burning, right? $10 monocles, 20 to 21. That is Pepega. Blowing up things 20 to 21 is like such a spit. Like, I genuinely believe that, like, out of all the feelings, blowing it up from 20 to 21 when you knew you were going to settle at 21 is like one of the sadder feelings. Because you know that the odds are like mathematically in your favor, and then when it blows up, you're just sad. Especially when it's the first tap. Man, first tap 20 to 21 is like always the most disappointing. Yeah, I have blown up a fair amount of like commercy items as well. I think on this character, I can actually show this one, this Sweetwater monocle. I'm pretty sure this one, I was going for 20, I think 22 at the time, and I've blown up at least 30 of these, and it never saw 22. All safeguarded, by the way. Sometimes it's not there in your favor. Actually, my superior earrings on this character also took quite a lot of effort to get. I think I took like 10 sup earrings to even get to 22. That was so sad. I spent like 40 bill in one star forcing event, and I just blew up every fodder and every sup in my inventory. That's 10 booms above 20, because I foddered as many as I could. So dumb. Some items just don't want to be it, man. Some items just, they don't want to be the main character. It's all good. I fail stacks for like future items, apparently. I copped it on these random small items, and then I hit on my pitch, so it worked out in the end. It was worth the fail stack. Copium. This. Let's put these away. And yeah. Oh, I have 5 cubes I can use for fun. Ah, I'm so sad. My spirit pendant's gonna expire soon. give us some nice amounts of auto steal. Not this time. I should grab these. I think that might be it for today's stream. Because yeah, it's getting close to 6 PM for me. That's when I usually gotta start helping out with dinner. But yeah, I'll probably start my stream early tomorrow because it's gonna be an early start for me in general. Oh man, it's gonna be... Because my reset now is like at 11 AM, which is kind of annoying considering I wake up so early. Dude, I wake up at like 6:30 tomorrow. If I get home at, let's say, 7:30, like start the stream at 7:30 or 8, that's 3 hours. I gotta wait until reset. It's so sad. Alright. Yeah, that'll be it for today though. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. If you guys did, and you guys are hanging out on YouTube, please do give the stream a like. Helps me out a lot. And yeah, appreciate the support as always. Let's have a quick look to see who's streaming right now on Twitch, and I'll send you guys over. Let's have a look. I can send you over to Icon. It's a cool guy. Alright. Appreciate you guys as always, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Probably stream a bit before reset, and we might have a long one. But yeah. Take care, you guys.